Today is the 21st of August 2025, a momentous day, a day that will go down in history because today, comrades, people around the world who definitely aren't just a load of virtue signalling woke lefties with nothing better to do, they are going to bring the world's economies down. They will bring world leaders to their knees as they show that they, the people, are in charge. They will be listened to because today is Strike for Gaza. Yes, the global strike for Gaza that isn't on any of the major news channels. It's not even trending on X. In fact, I only found out about it by stumbling across it by accident. So this global movement is apparently flying under the radar. Anyway, let's get an explanation.
Tomorrow, the 21st of August, is the global strike for Gaza. The main call is to avoid all financial transactions for just one day. That means no shopping, no banking, and no online orders. It's just one day of financial silence. This is about using our collective power to disrupt business as usual and show our solidarity with Gaza. You can take part by pausing your spending, having conversations with others about why this matters, and sharing the message. Every action counts. Tomorrow, let's stand together. No spending, no transactions, full solidarity with Gaza.
The mock MAGA hat, make Israel Palestine again. So presumably she's in favour of a country being wiped off the face of the earth by a terrorist organisation in a country that houses some of the world's maddest jihadis. But she's got the telltale septum piercing. I've never seen that done. It's part of the procedure that the person getting their septum pierced also has to have a frontal lobotomy. So, by not spending money on a Thursday, somehow that's going to help the conflict in Gaza. How precisely? First of all, the conflict was started by Hamas, let's not forget that. So if there's less money going into the economies, then there's less money to go on foreign aid, ergo less money to go on aid to Gaza, which admittedly would just get nicked by Hamas anyway. It's almost as if they haven't thought this through.
Thursday, August 21st is the global strike for Gaza, and if you want to participate in the strike, it's as simple as not participating in the economy. Don't go to work, don't go shopping, don't spend any money. For one day, you have one job, and that is to bring the economy to a screeching halt. You're going to speak to our complicit governments and corporations in a language that they understand, money, or more specifically, lack thereof. And if you're physically able to and you want to further your impact, check out what local protest activities are happening in your city.
Don't go to work. Well, that shouldn't be too difficult for them. Because when I've seen people on the pro-Palestinian hate marches, because that's what they are, and most of the people on them, they don't give two shits about Palestine, they just hate Israel, ergo they are anti-Semitic racists. Don't go to work. Most of them don't have fucking jobs anyway, they're parasites living off the state. And the argument is nonsensical. How is going on strike on a Thursday going to put an end to the conflict? That's like me saying, right, I'm not going to play tennis later and that'll cure global warming. But it does sum up the woke far left because when they aren't screaming and generally causing a nuisance waving their flags around, they're doing nothing. This strike is effectively be lazy for Gaza. We will bring about world change by doing fuck all and spending our benefits 24 hours later. And of course, I feel sorry for the Palestinian people up to a point. I don't want to turn on the news and see children who've been injured. However, it's worth remembering that the parents of those children are the people who elected Hamas, who decided they wanted their country to be run by a terrorist group. And ever since Hamas came to power, everything that goes into Gaza gets hijacked and, if possible, gets turned into rockets. Like I said, I only found out about the global strike by accident in the clip that's coming up that I found on X. It's 1.5 minutes long and it's truly nauseating.
So on August the 21st, everything stops for Gaza. If you care about the people of Gaza, if you care about what's happening, then on August the 21st, we strike. We don't work, we don't shop, we don't buy, we crash the economy, we don't use the banks, we don't use the hole in the wall, we don't go anywhere, we don't drive, unless we absolutely have to.
Strike for Gaza, August 21.
Don't go to work for Gaza.
Don't shop for Gaza.
Don't buy milk for Gaza.
Don't buy anything for Gaza.
Don't buy booze for Gaza.
Please don't buy sweets for Gaza.
Don't use your pharmacy for Gaza.
Don't use the bank for Gaza.
Don't buy tools for Gaza.
Don't drive anywhere for Gaza.
Don't post anything for Gaza.
Please do not go to the pub for Gaza.
But this won't work if only 1 or 2 or 3 people do it. This has to be a critical mass. This has to be everyone. Everyone has to get involved in order for this to work. The only thing we can do is bring Britain to a halt until it comes to its senses. So don't just slow down for Gaza. Stop for Gaza.
How smug and self-important are that pair? Acting like they're the Bolsheviks and they've just stormed the Winter Palace. Like the powers that be will give a merry fuck about anything they say or do. And there is a fundamental flaw with this strike. That being, if people don't spend their money on a Thursday, they'll just spend it on a Friday. And businesses around the world won't be quaking in fear. At best they'll go, Thursday was a bit slow, wasn't it? And as far as I can ascertain, there's just as much traffic on the roads and just as many customers in the shops as normal. Almost as if this global strike has got nothing to do with Gaza. It's just there to boost the egos of a handful of self-aggrandising fucktards. People who are so narcissistic, I imagine that when they masturbate, they look at themselves in the mirror and when they climax, they shout their own name. There's such a difference between ordinary sensible people and the woke far left, because despite how much they claim to love everyone, they're all so filled with hate. Like I said, the pro-Palestinian marches are vile, and if there is a peaceful protest going on, it's the far left who turn up and make things turn fucking violent. And if they really wanted to make a difference with Gaza, then why, rather than sitting around and doing nothing, why not go out and actively fundraise? I know why, because it's too much like hard work. It's just virtue signalling. It reminds me of when Swedish doom goblin Greta Thunberg tried to sail to Gaza. It was performative. It was a desperate attempt for her to remain relevant. And is that what's really going on here? Because we know wokeness is on its arse dying. Are these people desperately trying to get one last bit of attention? And because I'm a bloody-minded, cantankerous old bastard, on my way home from work, I called into the supermarket, armed with a shopping list of all the things which the extremely dull British couple said I wasn't to buy. Right, so it's milk, booze, sweets, nip to the pharmacy, see if they've got any tools, use the post box inside, go to the cash point, then go to the pub. I can't do the last one since Labour came to power, they've all been closed down. But I take solace in this. The supporters of the global strike for Gaza say they're going to do this every Thursday until they get their way. That means that if you want to do the shopping, go on a Thursday because the supermarket will be mercifully free of cretins. For the people taking part in this strike, if you think you're making a difference, you aren't. Another positive point is that for the few people in the movement who do have gainful employment, if they decide they're not going to go to work every Thursday, then before long, they'll all get sacked. Anyway, that's the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, please do like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you could leave a like, a comment, or share the video, that really helps with the algorithm. If you would like to support me in making these videos, and thanks to everyone who's done so far, there are links in the description to buy me a coffee and to my Patreon, and as ever, thanks for watching. Is the strike for Gaza, the global... Oh, fuck it. So, the cap she's wearing, the mock MAGA... Fuck that up. Hello. Some people recognise me here. That was odd. I just met 3 young ladies who recognised me from YouTube, who then said, "Can we be in your video?" I said, "How old are you?" And one of them said, 13. So, no, not a fucking chance. I'll probably need security soon. I'll employ a man just to spit at the peasants.